All right. What's going on? Today we're talking about how to start the real estate wholesaling business online. All right. I do have three secrets for you. Get in front of massive traffic of buyers and sellers, preferably buyers to start with, because the market is lacking a lot of buyers. Everybody is a wholesaling fest. No one is really buying anything. Secret number two, never spend money or time of marketing that doesn't create living connection. Living connection means you spend money or time one time, but you actually have connection to that prospect beyond that time without having to spend money and time ever again. That's what living connection means. Indirect mailing basically is dead connection in most cases. You create that connection in order to create another connection, because typically on an average you need about seven different connections before people make a buying decision with you. In order to create another connection, you need to spend money and time again. Well, secret number two is to never spend money or time on marketing that doesn't create living connection. Secret number three, lead everything with your personal brand and value. Attraction marketing. People do business with people they know, like, and trust. KLT factor. If they don't feel like they know, like, and trust you, there's a very low chance they're going to do business with you. Those are the three secrets right there. I wanted to share that really quickly before I dive into today's content. All right, so what's today's content? How to start a real estate wholesaling business online. All right, I do have a quote that I want to read to you before we get started here. Okay, so let me go ahead and pull that quote up really quickly for you so I can read it to you, and then we are going to basically explain some a little bit more details, right, of what we're talking about here. I think you can see this screen right now. There you go. So let me blow that up. Let me see if I can. Well, don't let me blow that up. Let me just read it to you, okay? And make sure we don't affect the screen that we're sharing from, right? So here's a quote. Want to learn how to start a real estate wholesaling business online in this digital age? Smart move. Unfortunately, real estate wholesaling as we knew it is already going dead, and in certain cities, it's already dead. Traditionally, you can send a few direct mail to pre-foreclosures, right? Vacant homes, right? High equity data, right? Data meaning like addresses and stuff like that, addresses that owes very little on the house. There's a lot of talk about that in the business right now. Out of state owners, tired landlord are typically willing to get rid of their property. Divorcees, they splitted and they can't afford to hold on to it, etc., and many other things that the gurus may be teaching out there. And basically, you can pick up a few deals. But these days, okay, there's a common saying among the tons upon tons of real estate wholesaling newbies coming into the business. I can't find deals. Does that sound familiar? I've got a list of cash buyers ready to go, but I can't find deals for them. Okay, I hear that a lot. Okay, when I hear that, basically I smile with empathy because I know they have been sold dreams that won't yield results 99.99% of the time. All right, so the truth is that the competition in the traditional marketing strategies are now too high. The strategies are ineffective as well. The strategies are ineffective. Okay, obvious for obvious reasons. I mean, these are analog strategies that you are trying to use in the digital world. So, you know, your letters, okay, your letters are showing up with 25 other letters, and the old school online strategies such as Craigslist postings is basically a wholesalers fest. Okay, basically you have wholesalers. What that means is that everyone is calling each other, and they all don't have the cash credit, the resources, or intentions to actually buy something. Okay, back in the days it used to work because everybody is not wholesaling, but everyone is wholesaling now. So what is going on with that? There's a massive recession going on where other people are not paying attention because essentially the gurus are selling these courses. So we can't really tell. It's almost like selling heaven. There's no way to prove that it doesn't work until you actually try it out and you notice that you're wasting money, you're burning money, and it's not yielding any results, right? So it's time to switch strategies because the attention of the prospect in the game has shifted to somewhere else. Obviously, duh, right? Obviously, you're watching me on YouTube right now, right? So you can start getting some hints right there, right? That's true. Even if you just knocked on their door, right? That's the prospect door, right? On their door, and you're right there in front of the prospect. They will pull out their phone, Google what their home is worth, and refuse to sign it over to you at 65% of ARV. So, so you can wholesale it for $25,000. Like, they don't want you to do that, because they have the information right there at their palms. So if you have decided to master digital marketing and brand marketing online for your real estate wholesaling business, it is a smart move. So enjoy the video. Enjoy the video. That's why we're here, right? Now let me basically see something here. Yeah, I read that to you, but you couldn't see me, but at least you heard me, right? So that's good. At least you pay attention what I was reading there. All right, so that's a quote that I have for you today. Basically, digital marketing comprises of about 7 secrets that I could quickly share with you. Basically, you need to know your market. You need to apply know, like, and trust factor, because people only do business with the people they feel like they know, like, and trust. You need to create value for the marketplace. You need to distribute the value. You need to optimize your distribution, basically kill the losers and scale the winners. You need to be building a list of both sellers and buyers. You need to be in the business basically of list building. And you need to understand that this business is the survival of the fittest. Who can spend the most money on perpetual marketing? If you're a newbie, chances are, if you're using old school strategies like the big gurus with deeper pockets, you're going to fail. You're going to lose, okay? Because simply you're not fit enough to play in that game. The only way you can leverage to play in that game right now is to learn some new skills. And I call it digital marketing. That's what the 7 secrets is. Okay. You need to learn how to use the internet in your favor, because the internet, Mark Zuckerberg, the boys at the Google alphabet, right? They've leveled the playing field for everyone when you master the skills of digital marketing. And that's why I said it's a smart move. If you've decided that that's what you want to do, it's absolutely a smart move. You need to do that for yourself. All right. So with that being said, let me go here and see if we can find some quick questions to answer before we round off today's comment. But basically, if you want to start a real estate wholesaling business online, you need to focus on learning how to generate massive traffic. Okay. And I covered that in a lot of details in the free book at myempirepro.com. You can find that book right here. And in addition to that, it will give you access to a 7-day free course. Okay. So make sure you go ahead and tap into that. With that being said, let's go Google this term, which is the topic of today, and let's see what other kind of comments are going on out there. But before we dive into the comments, let's see here. There's 7 steps on how to wholesale, find a distressed property, right? So that's marketing. Basically, you need to understand that your business is at the very core, you are in a marketing business, okay? Finding distressed properties takes marketing. Driving for dollars is not going to cut it, okay? 99% of the time, it's not going to work for you, okay? That 1%, there's going to be that guy 1% on Google, on YouTube, on Facebook right now saying it worked for me. Good for him, okay? But I'm telling you, 99% of the time it doesn't work. Why? Because again, we're in a digital world, okay? And you're driving for dollars. You could have just pulled out that list from resources online. That's number one. You're wasting time. Time is much more valuable than ever before, which way more valuable than money itself. So you definitely don't want to be wasting it, and your gas and your brakes. But you need to learn some real marketing strategies, okay? Number two, okay, make an offer. Well, who you making an offer to? You got to make an offer to people. So if you don't have people, it's a failure. So basically, in real estate marketing, you have in any business, you have 3 P's, right? You have a product, you have process, you have people, right? Product, process, people. Well, the product for us, real estate wholesalers, real estate agents, right? The product is basically the people. They're the one that bring the product to the marketplace, right? These are motivated sellers, right? So instead of saying find distressed property, I would rather you say find motivated sellers, because if you have a distressed property with a non-motivated seller, that's a failure. Okay, you're not going to do the deal. Okay, so right there, I would definitely switch that. But typically, a distressed property can lead to a motivated seller, but they're two different things, just so you know. Okay, find a title company, contractor, appraiser. That's blah. You don't need to do any of that. Assess property renovation needs. Well, yes, you can do that, and you can do that without necessarily wasting time of a GC or 3 different GCs. There are ways you can make a quick estimate, and you have to leave it in the hands of your buyer to do their own estimate once you find a buyer. So you need to find a buyer. So number 1 and 5 is basically your activity. That's basically what you get paid for. Learning how to find motivated seller, not distressed property, motivated sellers, and learning how to find a buyer is how you make money in real estate wholesaling. Those 2 activities is called marketing. So what I teach here is called digital marketing. Okay. learn how to attract these people and build a list of these people on the internet. You will save a whole lot more money. You will build a brand. In other words, your activities will turn to living connection. Okay, you're building a brand. You build trust in the marketplace. KLT, know, like, and trust. Right? You'll build trust in the marketplace. Negotiate a deal with the buyer. Okay, I guess that's an additional step. Closing on the wholesale property. Where to find buyers. All right, awesome. So now I'm gonna go here and click videos. Okay, and let's see if this guy, how to start best selling, blah blah blah. Let's go into YouTube, right? So we're gonna look in this comment box and see if there's any questions that we can really tap into real quick and see if we can answer.
Hey, what's up, my friend? Calic and I here.
All right, let's see here. All right, so let's go down to the bottom. All right, I'm gonna search. Basically, I'm gonna search for my question mark. All right, and we're gonna go down to, we got any real estate attorneys you recommend. Who do you go to? All right, so this depends on what city. You need to join your local real estate association and ask. Okay, so I'm gonna say that here. All right, you need to, let's see here. You need to join your local real estate investors association on meetup.com and ask folks at the meeting, right? So that's basically that. All right. So I always like to do this because, again, it gives us more exposure and also you're learning simultaneously. Okay. Let's see here. Let me just make sure that we are making sure we get grab this content, right? All right, so let's see here. Where can I get all this contracts that I need to wholesale? At the end of the day, I will be sending the contracts to an attorney to revise them. See, I always laugh when I hear that. Let me view the replies. All right. Hey, Isaac, we strongly recommend that you get the contract from an attorney in the first place. Downloading the contract online may not be the best suited for your. So I'm going to say join your local. Matter of fact, I'm going to copy from the other one. Right. Ask the folks. Join your local real estate investors association. Join your local real estate investors association on meetup.com and ask the folks at the meeting. Uh, you don't need to spend money with an attorney to figure out contracts. Actually, contracts should be the last thing on your mind. You need on next line. You need to learn how to attract motivated sellers uh, with marketing and build a buyers list as well, preferably with marketing. Okay, so a lot of people are going to be told. In fact, the owner of the channel may scold me, right? With marketing, marketing. It's how you get paid, not figuring out the right contract. Is the core of how you get paid in the business. Everything else is secondary. Very. Uh, in real estate, let me specify wholesaling business. So fill your pipeline is basically you need to learn how to attract motivators and build your list as well. Prefer you need to fill your pipeline. You to fill you need to learn how to fill your pipeline. Nah, that's priority. Priority. All right, so that's that. So that's a good question actually. That's a good question. You'd agree, right? All right. So if you have any questions like this, by the way, you can post it under this video. Anything that may not be clear, I'll answer from there as well. All right. I'm gonna click reply. Let's see what else. What else do we got going on here? All right. So great video. How can you accurately determine ARV tools, software, web pages? Uh, So the people are gonna come for my neck right here on this tip I'm gonna give right here, but I'm gonna give it anyway. Okay. This person says Marco Zucker is the most accurate way to get comparables to work with a real estate agent who has access to MLS. All right, so uh most real estate agents are bombarded, right? Bombarded with calls from the tons of wholesalers, real estate wholesaling newbies, newbies to generate comps. They, they basically ask for comps for every property they encounter, encounter. Not a realistic way to build your business. ARV is an opinion. Suggest using an average of what you find on Zillow, Trulia, and Redfin, and allow the actual buyers to do their own due diligence if the deal looks attractive. Okay, and put down the next line to them with your quote unquote amateur amateur comes yet comes. Okay, there still comes, um uh this strategy will not work well for you if for you if you depend on the cash buyers list is that gurus sell you. You need to learn marketing that you can use to build your own buyers list. Build your own buyers list. Perpetually an ever growing list. An ever growing list. All right, so it's a little bit more information that typically anybody would give, but I take the time to give it anyway. Okay. Uh, 1 second here. So yeah, that's some really cool stuff I just gave. I'm copying this so I can use them on my post. Okay, these are good stuff right here. Good stuff. Good stuff. Let's see here. Blah 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 blah. Let's see how to. Okay, cool. All right, so I'm gonna click reply on that. So yeah, basically, let's see what else. What else is going on? Yeah, that was it. That's the only comment on there. So yeah, so that's basically what we have for this particular session right here. Like I said earlier, online learning how to build this business online is gonna benefit you. Okay, you're gonna put you light years ahead of everybody else. Everybody else is doing the old school stuff. The old school stuff is dead. Okay, for an average person, it's just dead. It is what it is. It's not going to last, and you can already feel it. A bunch of wholesalers are just calling each other from Zillow. They're calling each other on Craigslist. People say, "Hey, get on my buyers list." They're putting a real estate wholesaler on their buyers list. That's nothing wrong with that because they could end up referring a real buyer to you in the future. But back in the days, it was a mix of both. We actually have some real buyers on there. So the best way to add more buyers to your buyers list, outside of course, the limited amount of people you're going to see at your local real estate investment association, outside of that, the best way to add them is to learn how to market. Learn how to use digital marketing to build a list of buyers. By way of doing that, you're able to build a brand. So you're doing brand building, okay? You're doing digital marketing, brand marketing, okay? And you're doing this all online, and then it's documented and it builds your credibility in the marketplace. It builds your trust factor, your trust equity in the marketplace, and then it's easy when you do that, especially using content. Have you ever heard content is the gateway drug to opportunities? Opportunities will chase you down. Eventually, opportunity will start chasing you down. Also, even if you decide to be stubborn, you still want to send some direct mail. If people Google your name, they can find you online, okay? And that builds trust as well too, unlike the rest of the 25 letters that they're going to get. Most of them are trying to make a quick buck, and then of course they're going to shy away from learning real marketing. But that gives you a plus because then you know that you're actually doing the right thing. So that's how to start a real estate business, wholesaling business online today, which is a smart move. You need to focus on building, on list building, okay, on list building of buyers, and then you can also eventually advance into list building of motivated sellers, and you can actually do that on Facebook. You can target them with ads on Facebook very cheaply, and you can test out. You see what data is working, what data is not working, and let the rest of the suckers keep sending mail so that they can generate all the deals, and you partner with them to close their deals, and you've literally spent 1/10 of what they spent on marketing. Okay. And in addition to that, you have a list of people that will continue to make you money. Okay. When you have a list of buyers, you continue to make money from there. So, with that being said, if you're brand new here, don't forget to subscribe. Make sure you give me a quick like. Make sure you share this video on your social media by clicking the share button. And don't forget to download your free book at myempirepro.com that explain all of this in about 200 pages. And that will also give you instant access to a 7 days free home study course. It's called the Smart Business Empire. You can basically apply this to your business and turn your wholesaling business into a smart wholesaling business. Does that make sense? So that's what I have for you today. Hopefully, you've been enlightened and educated, and I'll see you on the next one. And peace.